What is up, everybody? I hope you had a wonderful week. And I am back in the freezing cold garage this week because, well, I'm a teensy bit snowed in right now. And the work that I wanted to get done involved being outside. So yes, I can leave and go to the store if I need to, or go skiing, which is great weather for that. But not great weather for working on cars. That leaves me in a predicament. I have no idea what to do this week. Well, I mean, I have an idea now because I'm filming it. I wouldn't be filming this if I had no idea what we were doing. But I don't fully know what we're doing. So let me quickly explain. In last week's video, we took out the dashboard and the steering wheel and everything else because we want to get rid of this carpet up here in the front of the car. I did a lot in gutting the back of the car throughout the year, but now I need to get rid of the carpet in the front. Now the problem is I took the dashboard out and all that stuff with the expectation of being able to get to the carpet from there. But unfortunately, it's not that simple. This guy, this whole steering rail here, isn't going to let it out without a fight. So this is just what the front half of the carpet looks like. And as you can see, there's holes here and here. These holes right here are for the air vents that come out of the heater core and go underneath the carpet, under the driver and passenger seats to the rear seats. These ones right here are for the steering rail because of the two pieces that go into the steering wheel, which I'll show you here in a moment on the car. And then there's obviously the one over here for the gear shifter, which is no problem. But then there's another problem. There's one here. I have no idea what this hole is for. It's under the heater core, and I'm afraid there might be something going through it. It might just be a hole in the carpet, but if there's something going through it, I really don't want to remove the heater core. These are the ones for the steering rail, and these are the ones for the air vent. The hole that I was showing you in the middle is underneath here, underneath the heater core. I don't know what it is. It might just be a hole in the carpet. It doesn't look like a cutout like these guys are. It looks intentional, and these guys are cut out, and I don't know if that makes any difference. So it could be that once I remove all of this stuff, it'll slide off. It also could be that this is not coming out without removing the heater core. I noticed something here. There's this little plastic rail here. Or not rail, but kick panel. That should have come out in the dash on install. That's just plugged into a light, but I'll pull that out because it's going to kind of get in the way. Now obviously I've gone a long way to get to this step where I have all of this out and it's so easily accessible. The curtain airbag is blocking that, I believe to be a 13mm bolt, so the curtain airbag has to become undone. Then there's the bolts down there. There's one on each side, and then on the driver's side, which I can't get a good focus on, is another one of these setups here, but there's also another bolt down there somewhere that connects it. Now quickly jumping over to the driver's side challenges, this is the steering column right here where the steering wheel used to sit. There's these bolts, one on each side here on the steering column that hold it to the rail. Then there's actually ones I can't easily show you, but there's two more, one over there, and obviously one on the other side, deep back there of these same type of bolts that hold it up. The problem is they both have to come out to let this guy out. And then of course this is also connected to the front of the car right up there, so I'm gonna have to take care of that bolt. The first place I'm gonna start is I'm gonna find all of the wires like this one right here that are connected to the bar. I believe there's three from my brief look. There's one here, so those two. And then there's one for the gauge cluster right there that needs to come off as well. And then once I take care of all three of those, hopefully there's no more, but I'm not seeing any, but that happens. Then I'll take out the curtain airbags, or at least disconnect them from the spot there where they're in the way, and then we can figure out what problems we're gonna have from there, because it's never that simple. These connectors for the airbags were needlessly complicated, and dare I say, this was the worst connector I've ever had to pull out of a car. So just keep that in mind. It's like two pieces. This piece kind of has to come down, and then as you saw, I clamped down on the edges here with the pliers and pulled it out because these two pieces kind of held it in. Don't mind my hair, I know I need a haircut. But we've gone ahead and we've moved over to the driver's side of the car, and we're going to go ahead and drop down the steering column now. That is going to be a series of 4 13mm bolts. We have 2 of the bolts are up here. I mean, this is the top of them, so you got to come up from underneath to get to them, so like that. But then there's two further back there. So here we are underneath the steering column. The first two are right there. I'm going to put an arrow on screen to point to them so that you can see them, but I can't really point right now. The other ones are back here. One there and one over there. And they're all 13 millimeters, so those four have to come out, and then the whole thing should be able to drop down. So I'm going to remove the rear ones first, because I think that's going to make the whole job a lot easier. Steering column's out. It's not hanging on any wires, don't worry. There's like a little plastic stop back there that stops it about there when it's hanging, but steering column is out of the way. Now we have to get to the whole steering rail. Now, like I said, it's only 13 millimeters. This is what I was talking about on the driver's side. There's one here and one here, which you're not going to find over there. You're not going to find this one. The thing that both the passenger and driver have is this thing. Now, I have no idea what this thing is, so hopefully that's not a problem. But just like everything on this car, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Now I do believe it to be completely free, and by what it seems like, those little pegs are just there to align it. They're not actually got anything on the other end, and it's not welded in anyway. So this should be ready to come out. Now I will quickly note this. One thing that scares a lot of people is disconnecting things in cars, all the wires. Almost every connector in a car is only allowed to go to one thing in the car. You won't be able to plug a lot of connectors into the wrong port on cars. They're usually keyed in some way so that they can only go back into the spot that they belong. I know for a fact the fuse box is still connected and all those wires. So what we gotta do is we gotta pull out this end here, pull it out far enough that we can get behind that fuse box and disconnect out of the way. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. You can ignore past me over there. He's being stupid. I've been working on cars a lot longer than he has. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You see, the problem is past me didn't use hindsight to figure out how to take this out. The reality is, we're not going to try and pull this edge out just enough to get to the wires behind the fuse box. The fuse box actually comes out. So the fuse box here just has these two little tabs, and the whole thing drops down. And then while it's down, and I'll put you on a tripod when I actually do this, you push it down far enough, and then it's on hinges, which I can't easily show them. It's kind of hard to see myself, which is kind of why past me was being stupid, thinking I had to pull it out to get it out. But there's hinges, and it slides up through a little slot on both sides once you've got it far enough down and you push up. Put my gloves on. I'm pretty convinced this time the last step is to just pull the whole bar out. There's a lot of sharp metal on there, so you know what they always say, safety eventually. So there we have it. Got this guy out. By the way, that's another stupid thing past me thought. That's not like a steering rail or whatever past me called it. That's a crossbar. As you can see though, the dash is looking a lot more empty, but a lot more of a mess because we've got, well, a whole fuse box just hanging there. But those guys are gone, so that's one more thing stopping the carpet that's now out of the way. I did not intend to pull out the crossbar today. That was not on the agenda. I actually had other plans for videos, but I was stormed out, and unfortunately looks like I'm going to be getting storms for the next 10 days, so I'm probably going to be stormed out next week. So once again, I have no idea what I'm going to do in next video. Anyway guys, I feel like that more or less wraps up what we had planned for today. If you guys like the content, maybe consider subscribing down below. That really helps me out to make more content, knowing you guys want to see it. As well as this car has got a long way to go. There is more projects to get done on it. We've got a racing season in 2 months anyway, so it's got to get done. And hopefully it's going to be competitive coming up here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.